kept turning the AC way down after my wife's surgery. Then she found my notes and confronted me. I started turning our AC way down at night just to get my wife to snuggle closer, and she didn't know. About 4 months ago, she had surgery to remove a tumor from her spine. It was benign, thank God, but the recovery was brutal. She did physical therapy twice a week at first, then 4 times when she wasn't improving fast enough. The nerve damage meant she couldn't sleep on her back anymore. She had to stay on her side, and even then she'd wake up every couple hours when pain shot down her left leg. Some nights she'd sit up and whisper, "I'm fine," even with tears in her eyes. The doctors tried different meds and heat packs. Nothing worked for long. During one PT session, an older therapist mentioned touch therapy and said steady contact can help the brain focus on something besides pain. I asked my wife if she wanted me to hold her more at night or rub her leg when it flared up. She said no and changed the subject. She hates asking for help and hates feeling like a burden, so she'd rather suffer quietly than admit she needs me. I couldn't stand watching her stare at the wall at 2 a.m., so I got sneaky. Week 1, I set the thermostat to 68 at night instead of our usual 72. She pulled the blanket higher and drifted closer. At 3 a.m., she woke up shivering and asked, "Did you turn it down?" I lied and said, "Maybe it's the weather." Week 2, I dropped it to 66. She rolled over and pressed her back against my chest. Her breathing slowed and her legs stopped twitching. I kept my arm around her and held steady pressure on her hip like the therapist showed me. Week 3, I went to 64. The room was freezing, so I slept in sweatpants and thick socks, but she slept through the night curled up against me. First time in months. After that, I started timing it. Every night around 11, when she was getting ready for bed, I'd open the smart thermostat app and slide it down, then raise it back up before morning. On the days PT left her limping, I'd do it earlier. On the days she said her leg was burning, I'd do it without thinking. Sometimes she'd try to sleep on the far side of the bed, stubborn, and I'd hear her breathing get sharp again. Then, little by little, she'd inch back and grab my shirt in her sleep. Each time it happened, I felt relief, and also guilt because I knew I caused it. Then the electric bill came. It was $340. It's usually around $120. I paid it and hid it. She noticed the bill and asked if something was wrong. I shrugged and blamed it on rates going up. That night I watched her scroll through the thermostat app while I pretended to read, and I knew she was close. I told myself it was temporary, and I was helping her, not manipulating her, but the lie got heavier every day. Last Tuesday I came home and she was standing in front of the thermostat with her phone out, calculator open, utility bill on the screen. She didn't turn around. "We need to talk," she said. I tried to play dumb. "About what?" "The AC has been running constantly for months," she said. "Even during that cold snap when it was 45 outside." She faced me, eyes red but steady. "At first I thought it was broken. I called a repair guy. I paid $150 for him to tell me it's working perfectly." Now she swiped to a spreadsheet. "So I started tracking it," she said. "Every night around 11 p.m., the temperature drops to 64. It stays there until about 6 a.m. Then it goes back to normal." My stomach dropped. "I can explain," I said. Her voice cracked. "You've been freezing yourself every night. On purpose." I started apologizing, but she cut me off. "I pulled the data from the thermostat app," she said. "It only happens on my bad pain days. The days I can barely walk. The days I'm crying in the bathroom because my leg feels like it's on fire." She showed me the sheet. Dates, temperatures, and pain ratings. Then she flipped to another page, my own notes. She'd found them when she borrowed my phone, and seeing it lined up like that made me feel sick. "You were tracking my pain," she said. "And you never told me." She sat on the couch. "Why didn't you just tell me?" "Because you wouldn't have let me," I said. "You would have said you can handle it." She stared at the bill again. "So you did this to make me grab you in my sleep?" "That therapist said touch can help," I said. "You wouldn't ask for it, so I made you need it. I know that's messed up. I'm sorry. I just couldn't watch you suffer anymore." For a second she didn't speak. Then she started crying, but it wasn't the same scared crying I'd heard at night. She wiped her cheeks. "I thought the meds were finally working," she said. "I thought maybe my body was healing." She looked up at me. "It was you. The whole time it was you." She stood, walked to the thermostat and changed it to 68. "You don't have to trick me anymore," she said. Then she grabbed my hand and pulled me toward the bedroom. "Just ask," she said. Now she's saying I manipulated her with the AC. Was I out of line?